With Coach Derrick Partee, you just got a win for the Smith Golden Eagles. First game as a head varsity coach, first game, first win. Tell us how you got it, Coach. I could say a lot of things about that game. You give us your impressions right now, how you guys picked that win up tonight.
Well, we had a lot of conversations with our guys, and we know we're not that good. So we've got to hang our hats on defense. We know we've got to rebound, and I think the guys did an excellent job of talking on defense, didn't give up many second shots. And I think that's how we got the win. We played great defense and rebounded the ball really well.
Pretty good quickness, pretty good ball movement, like you said, on the team. And got some help from some guards we hadn't seen before, but got some helps, too, from Cam Woods, who we've seen previous years, J.T. Williams. Even Devontae Phillips was a little bit weak, maybe health-wise, but he was strong in there for you when he had to be. And for the mistakes he made up for that with some other key plays.
Oh, absolutely. We lost so much that Smith did last year with Tracy and Adrian and Drew. Those guys are probably 85% of the scoring. So, I looked around the coaches and we talk all the time, man. How are we gonna score the ball? Who knows? And the way to do it is for us is ball movement and taking good shots. We're going to try to look inside and just take good shots.
Yeah, I was sitting beside Adrian Wimbish up in the stands. He was saying, I think last year's team was a better team. I said, well, you had a lot of scoring, like you said, but you guys did some smart things tonight, too, among the outer portion, around the perimeter. I don't know who number 14 is yet, getting to know him, but I do know Cam Woods and JT as well, JT Williams. Those guys did a good job. You talked about that ball movement. And you had some guys come in, help the team, and the veterans gave you enough. And, boy, it was your kind of game in some ways, a tough defensive game, a game pretty much around the 40s. And to get a win and something like that, that's the kind of game you're going to need.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Kind of like the football, it looks like the Steelers and the Ravens. They were tough. They were physical. They were good, strong kids. Our kids fought and didn't give up, and that's what we talked about. I want to be able to compete, and the guys really competed tonight. The 14 is Jason Day, number one student in the junior class, and he played smart, just like he's smart in the books.
Yeah, it was good at the foul line right there too. For a good foul free throw shooting at the end. You look at it overall, and you guys made some good decisions, but you look at that halftime score, I think it was 17-13 at the half, and you probably never would have dreamed if you were coaching your first game as a head varsity coach, somebody told you you're going to be up at halftime 17-13, you probably would have been worried about that. But like you see, you guys did the right things, did smart things to win.
Yeah, well, the funny thing is, I looked at with the coaches the other day, and we said, if I put the roster down and said who's going to score what, we couldn't add 40 points. And it's funny, we scored tonight? 42?
47, 44.
47, hey, we couldn't tell you who's going 10 points here, 8 points there. So, we really weren't surprised by the low-scoring game, but we just really know we can't let the other team score.
What do you need to build upon from tonight? What do you take out of tonight's game and build upon for the next roundup?
We got beat. We let those guys beat us on at least 8 points of leak outs, and they really weren't leak outs. We just didn't get back on defense, and that's our fault as a coaching staff because we hadn't worked a lot on that in practice.
Yeah, they were sneaking out on you a little bit late there. That number one, I think, on their team, he was slipping away from you a little bit.
Yeah, I think they broke out with 4 points in the first half and 4 points in the second half with those little leak outs, and that's our fault as coaches for not covering that.
But the defense was strong enough not to give them a three-pointer late. If they would have got a three-pointer late, it could have been a different game. But you guys' defense was good enough. And plus, pretty smart, too, because I think you come down and just observation in the stands. I guess you have to tell these guys this as a coach that we don't have a shot clock. So if we've got a lead, we don't have to take a shot if we don't have a shot. Sometimes players are so caught up in what they see on TV and seeing the games up and down the court with the older players that they think they got to take a shot. But your guys didn't have to, and they were wise enough not to. If they had thrown up a couple of shots late, you guys could have been in some trouble.
Yeah, we ran that play towards the end of the game. That play is called nothing but a layup.
I heard you say that. I heard you say that from up the stand. Sure did.
So it's, we're doing this, and you're going here, you're screening there. You better not put up a shot. Nothing but a layup.
Yeah, it's interesting, too, because you tell them that as a coach, but it's still hard to get that across to a young team in a tight game late. Just to be able to pull that out, you got to be very thankful for that. But like you say, tell them nothing but a layup. Tell them not to take a shot unless it's there. That sometimes is easier said than done when you're working with young kids.
A lot easier said than done. But our two main goals today was to be focused, which you have to be focused, not to shoot that open jump shot, and to compete. And I think we did both. We were really focused, knocked down clutch free throws, and we competed. We competed almost every play, I would say.
I'd say, again, those guys we talked about earlier, the veterans that are returning, guys like JT Williams. He's strong for you. I think he does some things more than just be on the court. He's getting around the basket, maybe not the tallest of all your guys. He gives you a body who's not afraid to go and mix it up a little bit if you need a key rebound. And then Cam Woods out front running the offense. And then Devontae Phillips, as time goes on, he's going to get stronger and better. I think his thing just kind of becomes a matter of knowing when, like you told him one time, shoot the ball, knowing when to shoot, when not to shoot.
Right. It's going to be interesting. We've got a big kid that's out, Kendrick Lowe. He's about 6'7", 6'8" kid. He's out with a knee surgery. He'll be back in January. But, till then we got to fight. And I think the guys, like I said, as long as they compete and play defense, we'll be fine.
When you coached against these guys back as a JV coach, even assistant varsity coach, were you always impressed with the Smith kids you saw? Maybe hard-working kids came out with some talent, just needed maybe some fine-tuning?
As I watched that team last year, those big three they had last year did so much. It's so hard to tell what anybody else could do. Mm-hmm. And when we got them this year, everybody's kind of trying to fill out their role. Do I shoot the ball? Can I shoot the ball? I couldn't shoot it last year. I really didn't know as an opposing coach what they could do because the big three last year did so much.
Well, I know you've got a lot to do to get ready for the day tomorrow. You got practice probably on Wednesday, got a holiday coming up, and it's going to be a celebration for maybe about 24 hours and back to work. Keep up the good work, and nothing like a win to get things started, Coach. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Andy.